Hey Patrick, how's it going? Just setting up. Hey Mubits. Do I plan to stream on Twitch? I'm not very familiar with Twitch, and you caught me good timing. I'm not super familiar with Twitch, and I'm not really streaming to necessarily grow a huge audience or anything like that. I just enjoy doing it, and it's fun, and it's a lot less stressful than making the videos on my current schedule. But what do you think about Twitch? I don't watch much Twitch, so I'm not too sure about Twitch. One of the main reasons I actually just chose to live stream on YouTube is because I already had a few subscribers, so I thought, well, if I do a live stream, maybe 5 or 10 people will show up, and that'll be enough to interact and get some feedback, and it's been great so far. Damien, just as I was looking for some great background noise. Oh, nice. What are you working on? Bits and subs. That's interesting. Hey AKC. Is that kind of like Hey Scopy, thanks. That's kind of like the super chat thing, but it's like more frequent, right? When people subscribe. I'm currently designing a dungeon/temple. Nice. Good luck. I hope it turns out well. Just a guy. Hey. So, we're doing our boss. If you remember, we're going to do our kind of boss setup and design. And I was looking at these characters, and I thought, okay, this could work. They're actually just from the Epic store. I think they're from Infinity Blade. Yeah, Infinity Blade Adversaries. And I was checking out the animations. So not all of these characters actually have animation sets, unfortunately. So we're going to have to choose a character we like that has animations attached to it. So I found this bear. And the bear has a few things going for it. It's got a walk animation, which is cool. It's also got a attack. It's got a few attacks. So one attack animation here. Also got another attack here. Hey Phil. Hello again, 3:30 a.m. Welcome. You should sleep though. Sleep's important. You can stream on multiple platforms at once. Yeah, you can. I've seen people do that. I might give it a go sometime. I hate tech. New to UE4, do you have any suggestion? Wow, I get that question a lot. That whole starting UE4 question. I should make a thing I can just copy and paste into the chat so I have an instant response. I'll get back to that later. Ask me again after. Completely forgot your stream again. Great timing, was just about to open UE4. Cool. Welcome Daniel. Fishy. Man with a bow fighting a bear. So yeah, we got the bear. Hey Benjamin. Hey Legends. Yeah, we got the bear. We've also got we got this character, but there's one problem. There is no walk animation. Let me show you. So this character has some great attack animations. Check this out. It's really heavy and weighted. Hey Kataru, you didn't miss anything. I just started. Oh, by the way, is everything okay? Quality, like the sounds, all good? I just have the exact same settings, so if something's wrong, then that's not good. Can you make your own walk animation? For the time I have, in terms of the live stream and developing this game a month, it's not really a good time investment for me to make a walk animation for this character. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I'm glad everything's okay. So we've got this character here, and he has this kind of charge start, and then the character can actually go into a charge, but they can't really walk around, so it's not great. We have the spiders. They have a few animations. Hey George. Hey boy, pro fun. What else do we have? We have this character as well. Let me show you these animations. He's a bit creepy though. He's a bit weird. Let's see. Make his walk animation a leap. I was considering that. It just seems like it might look funny. Is that the Mixamo animation pack? No, this is actually just from the Infinity Blade adversaries. Matthew, do you play cricket? I played cricket when I was little, not in a competition or anything, just for fun. Who throws bears at you? Oh, I saw it. Oh, that's the other reason I like the bear. Hold on. So the bear has a throw animation. How cool is that? So we can throw things at the player. Like we can make the bear kind of like, he's not going to pick it up out of the ground because we don't have an animation, but we can make the bear throw rocks at the player, which could be fun. I used to love Infinity Blade until I realized PC. What do you mean by that? Oh, until you started playing PC games. Is that what you mean, Scopy? I haven't tried VR cricket. I've tried VR table tennis. That's quite fun. So yeah, we got the bear. It's got his angry idle state. Let's see what else we have. We got these little creatures. They got very similar animations. What else? We got the troll. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have much. He's just got a walk animation. These don't have... I don't think they have many or any. Let me see. Oh, they've got something. We have fire. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Missile launch. Now, are there missiles? That's the question with that character. Actually, I don't think there's really anything outside of what we have here. I noticed that the character has this asset, this axe over here. So, is that a chicken? That's the boss. Does it have it doesn't have animations. Unfortunately, we can't use it. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't notice this robot. That's a lot of animations. We could scale this character up. What do you guys think of this? Let's have a look what we have. So that's when he's annoyed. I haven't seen the Unity store have anything this good. So this, probably the reason behind that is the team who made this put it all on here for free, and they're a pretty experienced team. I believe this was for a mobile game that didn't come out. What else we got? It's good that whenever Epic shuts down a game, we get all these assets. It's unfortunate for the game, but it's great that we get these assets. The big bear throws exploding chickens. Make the chicken the head of whatever you use. Unity or Unreal? We're using Unreal. See the U in the corner? So we got that. We got this stomp attack. Oh, that's cool. It's like Sonic. What do you guys feel about this character so far? Oh, that's the idol. That's a bit odd. Oh, there's the idol animation. Okay. We'll have to block that. Matt is building this in Microsoft Paint. I don't think I'd get much done in Microsoft Paint. Whoops, that's the U for Unity. Oh, that could be. I've secretly been using Unity this whole time. I just reskinned it. to look like Unreal. Yeah, I like the robot shooting the spike as well. It just doesn't have any other animations to it. This character has quite a few. The thing I like about this character, we can make it roll and like smash our character. We can make it do melee attacks. All right, here's the choice. Do you want to choose one of the robots or go for the bear? So the bear can throw. It can launch melee attacks. Or would you rather go for the robot? If they have similar skeletons, you can retarget. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We could. I want to ask, is it too hard to make enemy AI adjust on blueprints? You can make enemy AI on blueprints. I think it really depends on the complexity of the character you want to make. I think it's really worth investing time to learn the behavior tree system, just because it's so powerful. And it's really good to have as a portfolio piece. Many engines have some form of a behavior tree. It's just very common nowadays. So I think it's worth investing the time into learning it. Man with a bow hunting a bear, just saying. I didn't even think of that, Fishy. Make chicken as boss. So we got 1 vote for bear. Actually, I'm curious now, because someone mentioned it. Let's take this frost giant. Sorry. Let me take this guy. Let me take one of the walk animations. Where is the walk? Walk forward. Alright. Oh, I didn't set up the pose. I'm not sure if it's worth setting this up. Giant robot, bear. Did you model your environment? No, I did not for this game. You know what, let's see what the bear, let's just double check the bear. I'm thinking the bear, I like the bear. Retarget bear animations to chicken. Oh, that's great. Alright. Let's try the bear. Let's start with the bear. I think the bear has a cool, it has this thing where it drops out of the sky and comes down to fight you, so we can mess around with that. Alright, let's do it. Let's go back to our game map. We're not going to save that. Have you seen the Chaos presentation? Yeah, that presentation is amazing. I'm really excited about all the GDC news, especially what's been happening with VR. It's a lot of exciting stuff. All right, blueprints. Let's create a, oh, whoops, character. That was silly. I'm gonna create a character, BP underscore boss bear. Are you gonna apply for a dev grant? The company I'm working with, we're going to apply. I can't really show you anything we're working on right now. I'm going to sometime in the future, but yeah, we're going to apply for the dev grants, and I'll probably be able to show you something about that company in the next few months. In terms of my own projects, I'm not sure yet. Definitely not for Game a Month. It's just Game a Month, but maybe for one of my VR games in the future. All right, let's get the boss in here. So let's chuck in the bear. Now I like the blue bear, so let's get the which one is, can I just change the there we go. Nice. What country do you live? Whoa, a lot of questions. Hey, I work on uni. Do you guys prefer changing TV for? I think you should use whatever you like the most. I don't think you should change just because other people are using the engine. In terms of what I prefer, well, that collide is huge. In terms of what I prefer, I obviously prefer Unreal. That's why I swapped to it. I'm just gonna do this for now. Wait, shouldn't I just make this a box or something? Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna do this for now. We'll make its collision based off its physical mesh. Sorry, its physics asset. Assuming it has a good physics asset. We should double check that. Oh, it doesn't have one. That's not good. We'll work it out after. Okay. What am I studying? I'm not studying anything. I finished all that a long time ago. Let's make this bear bigger. Hey Manor Man. UE4 graphics is amazing, that's why it's hard to get on Unity. You can do a lot of good stuff with Unity. I think this bear needs to be bigger. It just takes, you just have to be, you have to really work with the engine and get good at using the lighting system and all that. I find the Unreal lighting system more intuitive, but there's some really great results in Unity and Unreal, so I think you should use whatever you're most comfortable with. What is the dev grant exactly? So the dev grant recently changed. I forget the original amount, but currently they've invested... Oh, does someone know the exact amount? Is it $100 million? And they invest anywhere from 5,000 to 500K into Epic game developers who apply for the grants. And the way you get the grant is a pitch document. And the way you get money is if they like your game through the pitch and dependent on your team size. So obviously one developer by themselves is not going to get a million, like 500K. But if you have a team and you can justify the needs in a business model, then it's something, it's more of a possibility, if that makes sense. What else we got? Important to prototype blueprints because it's much faster. Then when you have your core gameplay locked in, that's when you... if you want to do that, I don't think you necessarily have to use C++. I've been shipping a few things and we haven't converted anything to C++. So I don't believe in telling people that they have to convert their core loop into C++ because I don't think it's true. It's just if you need that performance, it's true. Did I just delete that? Yes, I did. I didn't go to university. Legends, for your question. You got... No, I don't. That's the second time someone's asked me about the ability system recently, and I don't use the ability system. I haven't really looked into it. Let's see how you feel about its character. So how do you feel about the size of the character? Should be bigger? Why did I not go to university? Oh gosh. I don't really like academic study, and I believe everyone can make their own path in life. So that's why I didn't go to university. I just didn't want to. It wasn't for me, if that makes sense. So, well, that's intimidating. That is very intimidating. Have you got a job? Yes, I'm actually a lead Unreal Engine 4 developer. So that size. All right, let's stick with it. Does the bear swipe up or down? Don't want it swiping from your head, right? It will swipe in whatever direction the animators made it. So we'll work with that. All right, so we got the bear. Let's get some let's fix up the bear a bit. So I just noticed one problem with this bear. They didn't give me a physics asset to work with, and I don't want to sit on stream and make a physics asset for the bear and bore everyone. So let me just have a think. Imagine modeling this. No, thank you. Or maybe we can quickly make one. You are so lucky. Yeah, I consider myself quite lucky with a lot of things, but there's also a lot of hard work and hours. Hey Mitsu, I know you're not an artist, but how many polys do you recommend for character? In terms of poly count, it's really dependent on the platform. Like, yeah, if you just go on the, I think it's Polycount forums or something like that, but if you just type into Google recommended polycount sizes for characters, you'll get a really good reference that you can use. It really depends. Like, some games I'm working on, we have 10,000 or 20,000 because it's high end, more high end. And if it's a lower end system, you don't want that many per character. It really depends if it's the main character, if it's an NPC. Just have a look on Google, and there's some really old resources on there. So if you see something saying like 4K, be a bit concerned and double check it, because that sounds like, you know, a few like it sounds old, like an older game. Okay. Oh, I'm frustrated that they didn't have a physics asset. I wonder if there were any physics assets for any of these other characters. No. Coincidentally, I found your channel in Raymond Cripps. Yeah, that's cool. I've known Ray for quite a while now. I'm just gonna see. Okay, it auto-generated one. It probably doesn't work that well. Oh, it actually works. Okay, we can use this. So, let's throw this in. I was a bit concerned about how it'd work out, but it's not too bad. So we're gonna use that for the physics. All right, we're gonna change the enemy to custom. Actually, I'm just gonna use ragdoll. Why not? So this collider here, I'm purely gonna use it to keep the character on the ground, and then I'm gonna use the mesh to control the damage and the attack. Is Udemy good for courses in Unreal? I really believe it depends on the teacher. So if you go to get a course and there's no video showing off the game that you're going to make, I'd be a bit concerned. You want a course where the person who created the curriculum and developed all the videos are confident in the course, and they show the game in the background, and they can clearly describe exactly what you're going to learn, and they have clear objectives. Because if you don't want someone teaching you who's uncertain about what the course is, and they're not confident enough to show off what the content is for the course. I've seen some courses on there where they don't show any footage for what you'll be developing, and I think that's a red flag. Okay, so we've got our character. This is going to be funny. We're not going to use this map for this character. I'm going to change the map. For now, let's just get a cube in here. Oh, actually, maybe I can just use this for now. We'll use this for now. Let me grab a nav mesh. Yeah, Tim Lumen, I've heard he's very good. If you're interested in C++. How can I learn? Oh gosh, I get that question a lot about learning Unreal Engine 4. It's really weird for me to answer because I think everyone learns in their own way. My method was sit down, open the engine, try and make something. I failed. So then I looked up a tutorial and then I succeeded. And then I tried to learn something else and I failed. And I found a resource. Maybe it was the API, maybe it was a forum post. Maybe I figured it out myself after a while. So, like, some people like to be more guided. Some people enjoy having a structured course. And some people like to figure things out a bit by themselves and do it at their own pace and use a few resources. So I think it really depends on how you want to learn, really. Okay, let's get this AI going. I didn't want to look at the glare, that's why I put a texture on it. If you're wondering, we're not actually going to use this asset. Well, I hope everyone here knows we're not going to use this asset. Where's my nav mesh? There it is. Whoa, there's a lot of comments. Where you looked at tutorials? I just used the official ones back then. When I was a couple of years ago, there weren't as many tutorials as there are now. So I used a lot of official ones. And I believe Tesla Dev was like the only person I could find. It was really hard to find tutorials. Now there's heaps. There's so many. It's really good. It's a very good time to be using Unreal. While making games, would you go for 100% originality? Or would you throw a couple of games together? It just depends on your goals. If you just want to learn development, just make stuff and have fun. If your goal is to create something unique and original, then you probably want to come up with your own designs. And some people don't necessarily want to be a game designer. They might just want to make games and increase their programming skills. So if you're a designer, you probably want to experiment and try some new ideas. But it just depends on your goals. Goals are really important to set. Been using UE4 since 2015 and I've only just found my way into proper community. That's great. I'm glad. All right. So we are going to create some enemy AI. Let's go into the behavior tree, et_boss. And let's go create a blackboard. I'm just going to call it bear. Oh, boss. Let's be consistent. So first thing we'll do is just make the bear run at us, I guess. We'll also set up some bear animations because that's always fun. So while we're here, let's just drag the bear in and let's make a animation blueprint. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so animation blueprint. Bear. That should be the right one. APB _ bear. Bears could have been, oh gosh. All right, so we're just gonna set up some basic locomotion. So let's create a state. I'm just gonna show these links. Wilmer, what are you linking to exactly? Is this for tutorials? I hope it's for tutorials. Bear anim machine. State machine. Whoops. State machine. A blank channel. Interesting. It's very interesting. All right. We want to create a blend space. So the reason we're creating a blend space is so we can just go between idle and run. Blend space. I think we're just going to use one dimension for now on the bear. Yes, _bear. And we're just going to have idle and walk. Actually, we don't even need a blend space really, because the bear doesn't run, but oh, that looks funny. That looks really funny. I didn't realize the idle was so weird. Have a look at this. Yeah, He is doing a dance. That's really glitchy. Let's not do that. We're not going to use a blend space then. We're just going to use them separately. Do that and that. And let's just get the velocity of the bear. What do we got? No notifications. So, just do stuff and start, yeah. Is there something I have to do in order to notify people? I put it in the community chat, and I also put it on Discord. Does YouTube not automatically tell people that my stream is live? All right, let's get try get owner. We're just gonna cast a character because that should give us access to velocity. Get velocity. So what we're doing here is we're just trying to get the speed of the character. So we're gonna get the vector length. YouTube notifications. Oh, you have to click the bell button. The problem with making the stream public straight away is that we might, like, I might not be fully ready. Like, I might be testing out a few features, for example. So that's why, actually, on the YouTube recommendations, they say that you should try your stream on private first and then change it. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I don't even really need to use speed. I can just swap between walk and run. Interesting. I'm gonna use speed. It might be, but YouTube recommends not to do it that way. So I'm a bit confused about how that works. I'm so used to just making blend space. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I don't like this. This is messy. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna make this where is it? I'm gonna turn up the grid division. There should never be a time where the bear is at that slow speed. So let's just do that because I don't like this method at all. This is a much better method. Okay, so now our bear is an idle. And then if the speed goes up, whoops, let me just turn up to 8. There we go, walk. So 0, the bear will just stay still. And if we do 8, it will run. It is called beat because I accidentally put a T instead of an R. You are very observant. There we go. So let's set speed back to 0. Can you make the one stream private and swap off to a second stream? Maybe. What they mean is you should test your... Oh, I guess. You know what? Next time I'll just try it public and we'll see what happens. But it's good that you made it. Is Blender enough for making animation? It is more than enough. It has everything you really need for animation. Okay, so now we've got our bear in idle. Let's actually communicate to the bear and give it its animation blueprint. Cool. That is, that's really cool. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. And we're gonna shoot arrows at it. You hate the bear idle? Why is that? Is it because it's repetitive? I don't have any other animations, unfortunately. I was expecting the bear to kind of... You know what, though? The bear won't be an idle for very long mu bits. Because the bear's going to be chasing us, right? So, I'll only make the bear idle maybe if it gets damaged a certain amount, or when it... like every few, 12 seconds, just to... maybe it does an intimidating roar rather than just standing there moving side to side. I know what you mean there. Okay, so we've set up the locomotion. I believe that's all the locomotion we'll really need at this point in time. So let's start with the behaviors. We didn't assign a parent. Does this have a... Oh, there we go. We're good. Okay. Can you duplicate the bear idle and set freeze animation? I guess. It sounds overly complicated there. I don't think we need to do that. I was learning Blender for 3D modeling but didn't try to learn animation. Is it hard to learn? No, it's very simple. If you just find a tutorial where you learn how to rig something, you can move the bone and you can create a very simple animation with a few cubes. It doesn't have to be complicated for your first animation. Like it doesn't have to be a run cycle, for example. It could just be a bouncing ball, like, you know, those animation basics. All right, so let's get some cool stuff going. Is it possible to make the bear use a backflip? Oh gosh, that would look really awkward. Not it's easy, you can, yep. Do you have any pets? I do not, but that's cute. That's nice. You have a companion while you program. Okay, so the first behavior we want is going to, let's do a, what did I want to use? I didn't want to use the selector here. I always get the names mixed up. We want to use the sequence. If we use the selector, it's just going to go to one task, whereas a sequence can do multiple things at once. So if I have a bunch of selectors, we can go between them, and we can also go between states. What is the bear's name? You know what? Everyone throw a name in, and we'll give it a name. Bill Marty. We'll keep the name here as a secret, just on the character itself. No one can know. Bill Marty. I like that. Bill Marty. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to create an enum. So let me set that up real quick. Enums are quite cool. Do you guys use them? I'm going to use them to determine the enemy states. So one state might be idle. One state might be walk, or yeah, walk, why not? And one state might be attack. Is this for Zara? Or it is for Game a Month. Zara is not fighting a giant bear. Bartholomew. King Kong. Okay, so we've got these basic states set up. And what we can do with these states is go into our behavior, our blackboard. We can call an enum. We can call this bear states. And we can specifically reference the key. And what that enables us to do is something very cool, where we can go on here, we can add a blackboard, and we can say, when the bear is idle, do this, right? We can do another one, where we say when the bear is walking, do this, and when the bear is attacking, do this. And we can sequence out. Let's see what we got. Why does the top right and UE4 flash all the time? Oh, I thought I got rid of that ages ago. Is it gone? Oh, whatever. I clicked it and my computer froze for a second, so this isn't good. Incoming crash of the live stream. Hopefully not. Okay, so we've got our state set up. We got our sequence. Now the enemy is going to walk directly at our main character. We're not going to do any sophisticated AI for the enemy. It's simply just going to see the player and attack. Hey Clever. Unreal is a good engine. There's many good engines, but it is one of my favorites. Okay, so let's just get the basic walk started with, and we need to we need to store the character. And characters, I believe we're just going to get an actor reference. We need to store the character so we have something to always move towards. There's a built-in task. I'm probably going to write my own, but there's something called move directly towards. And that will make, if we do it towards, why is it object key? Oh, I didn't call it player. Player. If we put in the variable player here, and then we tell it what player is, like how to find player, it will move directly towards that player. Unreal's expensive. It's free to use, and then once you're making, I forget the amount per quarter, you pay 5%. And to me, that 5% is nothing compared to what you get in the engine, the amount of updates. Oh, here it is. No, exit. Okay, we got rid of it. How do you balance? Oh, hey, Play Dead. How's it going? Why the bear? It's because we decided on the bear. In fact, there's the bear roaring. How do you balance between the games you make? I have a thing, like a really good calendar set up where I know exactly what I'm working on each day. And I schedule that out at the start of every week. So I know exactly what I'm working on at pretty much every moment of the day. And I just get my work done. And yeah, that's how I balance everything, if you want to call that balancing. Okay, so we move directly towards. Now we need to tell the boss bear, we need to tell it when it's seen the player, or what the player reference even is. So we can add a service, a service, I believe it is. Let me just double check that that's correct. BTS underscore bear logic. We can call this the bear brain. Why not? I'm going to do something very simple here. And we're just going to get... Have you written any lines of code for this? No, I haven't. Is that the default skybox? Are you one of my old students? If you're not, it's just a joke from one of my old students. But yeah, it's just the default skybox. All right, so event, receive, activation. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to set the player. So player, I'm going to set the blackboard value for the player. So this should be quite simple. Set value as actor, as object. There we go. And we're just going to get player pawn. Okay, that should be simple. Compile, save, and let's go back to the bear. So we're going to chuck this in here, bear brain, and we're going to tell it to set this blackboard value here to equal player, and that means move directly towards will find the player because we told it that it's the player pawn, and it will run at it. So very simple, nothing too complicated. We just want to make it work, right? When it starts moving, it should generate velocity, which should tell the animation state to kick in. And it didn't. Ooh, let's see why. Oh, you know what? I forgot one very critical thing. We don't have an AI controller. And this is very important. So let's just do bear AI controller. I keep writing beat. I've probably seen too much Beat Saber stuff. Thank you, Gange. How do you feel about between publishers versus self-publishing? I don't have a preference. If a publisher can really help you out, I think you should go with a publisher. If you can do it yourself, then you should try and do it by yourself. I think it depends on the person's values and what you really want to achieve. I know I keep saying that, but it's really true. So we're going to run the behavior tree. The reason why the bear didn't do anything is because its brain which is what we're calling it, never actually switched on. So we need to tell the bear to run this behavior tree. And we actually need to go to the bear and say, hey, let's actually use the bear AI controller. So now it's going to run this behavior tree. And the first thing it does, it should say, get the player pawn. And once it gets the player pawn, it should walk towards the player. Oh, you know what? I forgot one other thing. We also need to set the state. So enemy state. Because if we don't set the enemy state, it won't go through walking and it won't move towards the player. So we must set the enemy state. So let's do that. Set blackboard value. And this time we're going to set it as an enum. And there's something cool where we can do literal enum, which allows us to choose from a really nice drop down whether we want to do idle, walk, or attack. So this is why I really like using enums. What is happening in this chat? Let's see. Do you think you'll be restarting Let's Create? I have something interesting coming up about Let's Create, but it's not necessarily related to the channel. It's something outside of my channel. If everything goes well, hopefully you'll see it soon. Okay. Why did it not work that time? Let me see what my... Oh, that's interesting. I think I messed up. I think I need to do this. Let me just do it like that and see what happens. No, that's interesting. What is happening here? We're setting the bear states. Let me set it to walk by default and see what happens. What are you guys saying? Do you update the engine every time? I like to update it every time because there's so many great new features. Keep the behavior tree open and see at which state you're in. Yeah, I was having a look at that. Let me go back to it. So it's actually stuck at the root for some reason. Like, it's not even doing this, which is very odd. It should just do event receive activation and set it to walk. You know what? Let's actually see if it's doing that at all. So yeah, it's going through this process once, if you see here. It might not be getting the player pawn. That might be the problem. Oh, actually, that might be the problem. Let me just see something. I'm gonna put the player directly into the level. Is that my character? I think it is. You can make IK. Is the BT attached to the... Is it Palaje? I believe it is. Let's see. Yeah, so I set it up here. BB boss. And this is BB boss. So it should be all set up. Incorrect. Unless, you know what, I might have messed something up over here. Let's see. So I should probably make these terminate themselves. We run this, we go into sequence, we see which one is true, and we perform the action. What is happening here? Breakpoints. But you have to pay, be careful though, of crowdfunding, visual scripting. Is the selector at the top? Yes. It is at the top. We want to try crowdfunding, though our audience haven't wanted to support us on Patreon. That's an interesting way. I've seen some games go the Patreon route. I believe Dwarf Fortress has done that. Let me just edit my blueprint. Try it without the selector. The only thing is I don't think I can't just run this by itself, this event. I used suggesting doing something like this because I had this before and it didn't seem to work when I did this. But the thing is, it's actually running it. That's not the problem. It is running through here. It's just the logic isn't fully working. So it isn't assigning the player and it isn't setting the state to walk. And even if it was to set the state to walk, this wouldn't work. Let me just, unless it's this, it shouldn't, it doesn't make much sense. Wait, did I set this to actor? I did want it on actor, yes. Yeah, I'll see if it's valid. I'm living in Australia. I'm half Asian, half European Australian. I'm not sure what you want to call that. Yeah, we have a, we have a nav mesh set up. This is odd. I've done this so many times. Hey, Namikaze. Okay. Let me go through this one more time and have a think. Librarians. I have not seen the librarians. Do you need to set the walk speed? So when, no. So I think at the moment it's actually not even going to walk. So if you have a look here, that is interesting. It's actually stuck on there. Let me just put a wait event. Yeah, so it's, my main problem right now is that it is not actually recognizing, have you signed the AI controller, made sure the sensors are working? Yeah, so let me show you what I did. I set up the boss bear AI controller, which I set up, and then I made it run behavior tree. So it is running the behavior tree because I'm getting this print string here where it says hello. But for some reason, when I set this value on the blackboard, and I'm pretty sure I'm setting the correct one, so player is player and bear states is bear states. And then if bear states is equal to walk, I'm going to do something silly for a second. I'm just going to make this a tick event and just make sure that I'm using the right logic. That is weird. Okay, it's not the logic. It's actually, that is odd. It's following idle. Why is it following idle? That is very weird. So it's stuck on idle. I'll show you again what's happening. Yeah. You know what? Let me just get rid of this for a second. Okay. It's stuck on idle. That's the problem. Because when I turn idle off, it will run and chase me. Change the sequence with selector. Change the sequence with selector. Sorry, what do you mean? Yeah, I had it. Both. Okay, we'll try that. No, both didn't seem to do anything. Oh, whoops. Let me put this back in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but both didn't really do anything. But when I don't have this, it works fine. The 5-second wait I just put there, it shouldn't matter because it has a bot itself. For some reason, it is going to idle. You're still using sequence, change it to selector on the top node. You mean like this? I don't believe this should affect it, really. Let me see. Maybe it does. Yeah, I had this set up before. Very odd. No sequence. The problem there is, can I still... Oh, okay. Hey, it worked. Haha. Nice. My brain wasn't working. Thanks, Meebits. Perfect. Thanks for the cool info, self-promo. Yeah, so in terms of self-promotion, it can be difficult because you need to be somebody who can really put yourself out there. And it's not for everyone. So if you're more introverted by nature, it's going to be difficult for you to want to do social media and maybe share your voice out there. So with self-promotion, I believe you got to figure out what method suits you the best depending on your personality. And sometimes it might even help to have somebody to help you with that stuff. This is cool. Run away. All right, let's make it do some other stuff. One other thing I don't like right now is the rotations. So I believe what I've used before is the focus, but I believe there's another node we can use for that, which is... I don't want to rotate it. We're going to make a new task. So in terms of the AI stuff, it's really cool. You can create new tasks and set them up in here. So let's go and do that. I'm going to make a very simple task, which is focus on player. Hey Jeff, how's it going? One other thing as well about self-promotion, you don't necessarily need to have all this social media necessarily. There are a lot of successful developers who make something great and then they promote that thing, such as like, let's just choose an example just off the top of my head. I know it's a very successful example, but the developer of Undertale, I know he did a Kickstarter, but prior to that, I don't remember seeing like him doing devlogs or anything like that. So I think you should do what works for you the best. Just because other people are doing something, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to copy that thing. I hope that makes sense. I feel like there's some weird pressure on some people at this point in time to try and do, say, YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media, and it's not always necessary. And there's many examples for both sides, whether it is necessary or not. And it's been proven that it works, that different methods work for different developers. So you have to choose a method you believe in and steer clear of people who say, oh, you have to have this type of marketing, because it's not always true. Receive, execute AI. We're just going to use the focus. I think I can just get my control pawn. Let me just get my AI controller for a second. I always forget the names of things. Set focus, there we go. Okay. And we're just going to set it to the player. For this, we can just get the player pawn, most likely. And in terms of the AI, we should be able to get it from that. If not, we'll just change it. It doesn't matter too much. Now we'll call focus on player. So it's really cool. You can consider these tasks that you make nodes that appear in here. And the great thing is you can use them for anything, like any type of character. Toby Fox #1. Nice. Jeff, love listening to this while working. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad. Oh, you know what I forgot? I always forget this. You have to finish execute. He does, but it's not smooth. Let me show you what I mean if this works the way I'm thinking it will. Did I do finish execute? Whoops. I keep forgetting that I have my second monitor on. Let me just add this in. Whoops. Let me just change this real quick. Okay, so this is what it currently looks like when you don't focus on it. The reason I was going to do the focus, because I found with my own AI, when you do the focus, it doesn't do this weird jitter. See this jitter when it rotates to follow the character? So I'm just going to test it out and see if it works. Oh, are we going to call the character Bill Marty, by the way? Which source controller do you use? Where do you find best working? I would, I don't really have a specific source control to really recommend. Sometimes we use Git, and sometimes, depending on the circumstances, Perforce. So whatever you and your team enjoy working with, I think that's a good thing to do. Set focus. Okay, so I got some weird... I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Huh. How do you make the boss more dynamic? The bear could interact. Yeah, we can do stuff like that. We only just started there, so we're at the very start of what this boss can do. I'll smooth out the movement after. Yeah, it drives me crazy as well. I accidentally double click things. So let's see. We've got the character running at us very quickly, by the way. Let's try to slow down the boss bear movement. So we're going to go to the character movement and change the speed. We'll mess around with this until we find something we like, where the character can still run. The bear's going to throw stuff at us as well. I'm thinking that when the boss throws something at us, it should stun us for a small period of time. And that's when the boss will have an opportunity to get close and swipe at us. Okay, let's add in some new behaviors. I'm just thinking, for the boss, oh yeah, we don't need this anymore. Why is this here? Let's switch all this. Perfect. Okay. Straighten this up and get rid of that. Shake screen. Yes, we will. You throwing paper at him. Yes, I am. Change the rotation speed. Yeah. Oh, you think that'll work? I didn't realize that would work for this. Let's change the Z to, let's just try 150 and see what happens. Or 120. It's still got the same issue. I fixed this before. You just select focus on, but I'll do that after. Okay. We're going to make it so the bear can detect its distance from the player and then decide to attack or not. So we're going to get the control pawn, get its location, get distance 2. So we can get, whoops. There's a few ways we can get distance. I'm just going to do it this way, where we minus 2 vectors, and then we get the length of that result. The other thing I want to do is grab this and get location. But also the controller settings, either pawn, use controller, or the other have to switch. I'll have a look into that in a second. I'm just going to get the distance first and test it. Vector length. We're going to print string this just to see. And let's test it out. It's really weird developing live. Because we all make those funny mistakes, but usually no one's around to see it. So when I make a mistake on here, I'm like, oh, great. Everyone saw something really stupid I did. Okay, that's working quite well. So we can use this information, and based off this information, Paul's put his eyes up. We can use this information to check things, right? Humans... Mistakes are human, don't you worry, Matt. Yeah, I know. I'm really happy that I'm live streaming. I stopped doing YouTube for 6 months because I had this massive problem with trying to perfect things too much and only show the best work I could. And it was really bad. So it's good to be here. We'll see if we can give the bear a dash. So if the distance is less than, let's just try 300 for now. Attack player. And we will just call this continue walking. Okay. We're gonna reduce that. We're gonna make it a bit more. So maybe we don't want the bear to be directly on top of the player when it attacks. I'm just doing a rough test for now, and then we'll get the animation in. Okay, that's cool. So this is a very simple thing we can do here. And so thanks for sharing them. Oh, that's cool. That's nice to hear. Wholesome Games. It's okay, I've made really dumb mistakes. That's nice though that she can point out the problems. Alright, so we're gonna grab our enemy state. You know what? Doing this all the time is a bit lame. Let's make a function for this. Set blackboard. So I'm gonna do one for state. And what we're gonna do is get a few inputs. So we're gonna get an enum. And this one is going to be called our enemy state. And this is going to be the blackboard key. Oh, actually, no, we don't need the blackboard key. We can just chuck this in here. And then we can take that and put that in there. Nice. The reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because I can just do this, which is nice. Oh, why is it a byte? There we go. That's better. So we can just do this and type in walk. And I can go down here and set it to attack. And then I can go down here and set it to walk. So that's nice. It's very simple. But functions are really good to work with. What was I reading? Yes, thank God for blueprints. I did C# programming for about 5 years or more. I do not miss C#. Like, it was fun. It's really nice to type, and typing on a mechanical keyboard feels amazing. But yeah, I'm enjoying blueprints. So what we need to do now is we need to tell the bear to actually launch an attack. And I think an easy way to do this, actually, we need to do something cooler than this. We need to do a simple parallel, maybe? Oh no, we want the bear to attack and not continue chasing the player. So I believe I'm going to do this. I'm probably wrong, but let's try it out. Attack player. And we'll just call this, yeah, we'll just call this attack player. Let's see, I prefer typing my code. Mechanical keyboards alive, yes they are. Did I miss something? I am not sure. What is a mechanical keyboard? It is the thing that lets me do this. Can you guys hear my keyboard? Do you hear that sound? Like, sounds really nice. Whoops. That's a mechanical keyboard. All the time. That's what we want to hear all the time. I put it directly to the mic so you guys could hear it. Okay. Event receive. How long has this stream been going for? 1 hour and 14 minutes. Wow. Okay. Event execute AI. Now, I have one problem with doing this. I want to play a montage. It is going to keep playing a montage. Actually, I think I know how to get around this. Okay. The ultimate gaming keyboard. Alright, so can we do... we have to get an animation reference. So let's cast to the boss bear. And then let's cast to... Ooh, interesting. Oh no, sorry, that was silly. Anim instance. And now we can cast to the bear. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea if this will work. We're just gonna try it and see what happens. Play montage. Montage play. And now we're gonna make a montage. So let's go to our bear. I don't think I need these open right now. Okay, let's go to our bear. And we want to go create a montage. So we need to get its animations. Let's go, let's see. I'm gonna get the mesh and browse. I'm going to take one of the attack animations. So which one do we want to start off with? We have this one. And we also have that one. And then we've got the powerful down attack. I'm thinking of a simple swipe for now. I like that it moves forward a bit. That's pretty cool. Do you want to go for this? Does anyone like this one? Or do you guys prefer the first and the third one? So there's this one. So this is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. So which one should we go for? 1, 2, or 3? Peter, this will be available later. I put all of them up there, so it'll be available. Oh yes, people agree with 2. Awesome. We're going to start with just 1 for now, just to test, see how it works. Sorry, Scoopy. We're going to use the second one, but we will use the other ones. Please try again. What's wrong, Baron? Did something happen? No, I'm just using the animations that came from the free asset pack. I didn't create these. Holy Ren. Cool. Let's try this. So we're going to create an animation montage. And let's set this up. We will. We'll make some screen shake. That was weird. What was weird, Baron? Oh, you're on your way to work. Where do you, what country are you in that it's 8 a.m.? I'm curious. Okay, so now we have a montage. Let's tell our bear to play it. Now, we're going to finish execute, but what I'm going to do probably... Uh-oh, it crashed. Unreal crashed. We'll just wait. I knew it would happen once. I've been waiting for the crash. Alright, so let's go back. Restore. That would be pretty cool, and you button mash to break free. Oh, nice. Ohio, the sad state. Why is Ohio the sad state? I like your background, thanks. It's from Zelda, which is cool. I should have called it Link to frustrate everyone. It's from the game Link, where you play as Zelda. So this isn't going to work. You'll see why in a second. Yeah, it didn't work. Oh, that is interesting. Wait. Oh, I lost all my progress. Okay, I lost the animation montage. I have to redo that. Hold on. Oh, that's frustrating. Minor setback. Let me just get that back. I believe it's B. So let's just create animation montage. Enter. Yeah. Mubits. Everyone loves the game Link where you play Zelda. Okay. Let's see. Saving it this time before we go. It's my favorite. Oh, okay. It just went back to idle. Oh, you know why? I completely forgot to do something. We need to do a slot here. And then we need to come... Yeah, that's it. So do that. And then that. And it should work. You play as Ganon. It loves going back to idle, doesn't it? Let me see what's happening in my behavior tree. Oh, guys, I am so dumb. It helps when you call the function, doesn't it? Ah, okay. Attack player. So, we get to attack. We attack player. We get the anim instance. Maybe it is a peaceful game, and you just talk to the bear. It looks stuck. What? Why is this happening? I am doing this correctly, aren't I? This is the state machine, and this is that, and it should go into attack. Oh, okay. Yep. I know what's happening. That's not good. I thought this might happen. I need to think for a second. Yeah, so it's continuously attacking. which is what we don't want. Yeah, avoid the flickering. Exactly. We don't want it to continuously attack. Like we do, but it's playing this montage non-stop, which is a problem. We could delay it. I'm just thinking, what is the best way to do this? Yeah, we could do a wait as well. Let's just see how this happens, like how this works. So we'll attack and then we'll wait. We'll see how this works. Okay, it's actually stuck on the attack state. Let me see if I've got this correct. We receive execute AI. We cast to the boss bear. We get the anim instance. We cast to that, and then we finish execute. Hey Noki, how's it going? You're still live, yes. Not for long though. You're catching the end of these. End execute. It's finish execute, right? So if you don't finish execute, it won't go to the next task. I seem to be making some mistake here. Let me see what mistake I am making. Does it even cast through? You know what? Let's try that. I got to the end. Well, it's getting there. Add a decorator for how close it is, maybe. Nick, keep up the good work. Oh, you learned from my brother? That's cool. Did you, so you studied at AIE with Anthony, right? A delay before finish execute as long as the animation plays. Yeah, we can try that, I guess. Let's try it. I don't know how long, let's see how long the animation is. I don't think it's very long. It's about... It says 50 frames. Oh gosh. How much is that in normal time? The play montage returns its duration? Okay. Why do you always have to write the ... Like, you're so sad that we didn't think of that. Paul is always so disappointed in what we're achieving. Hey. Does it? Where does it say that? 1.8. Maybe I'm blind. Oh, there it is. I was looking at the current frame and not the current time. Okay. Now we just need to make it not repeat it. At this point in time, if I get close enough, will it even, Oh, it will. That's cool. Oh, don't worry, Paul. I just found it funny. You always seem so disappointed in me. Alright, so we're gonna make it... That's weird. I don't like that it's constantly rotating throughout the attack. I like the way it slams the ground. Okay. Why is it continuously still trying to... Oh, I know what the problem is. It's trying to walk while it's still in attack. So I'm just going to do this. If it is not equal... Oh, whoops. Let me just get blackboard state. Can I not... I'll get value as enum. There we go. If it is not equal to... Can we not do literal? Get literal Literal. Weird. We can only use a byte. Oh, you know what? Can't I just do, that is weird. Does a montage... Think of display as a reason to try harder. Is this for your game a month? Yeah, this is just for the game a month. So I'm a bit late on the game a month as always. It's one of those things that I should start earlier in the month, and I try to, but I get really focused on everything else I'm doing. Let me just see. I thought I could get a literal enum. Oh, I can. So why can't I get my enemy state? Maybe I'm typing it incorrectly. There it is. Found it. Attack is equal to, and I can just do that. Looks at calendar at 10 more days. Hey, don't remind me, please. Ray did some really cool concept art. If it is false. Actually, yeah, we'll just do that. If this is, can we just do not equal to and pass that in? Whoops. If it is not equal to this, I like to use true. I don't know why, but it just feels right. So let's straighten this out. Hey, I have lots of goals and deadlines, Mubits. I guess, you know what? I guess it's because game a month is, I consider it low priority compared to, say, running businesses or doing business related activities. So I think that's why the game a month always comes later. Okay. Oh yes, it worked. Now it's just continuously doing that, but we can fix that. That's so cool. And attack. All right, let's fix that up. Do you have an audio artist? So Zhu is, I think I'm butchering his name. Zhu is at GDC, so we don't have an artist this time. So I think Ray's too busy with his character. I'll have to find some royalty-free music, something like that. We'll figure it out. Okay, now what I want to do is get out of this endless loop of attacking, and let me just see why it's in this endless loop again. Oh, okay, that's really simple. I'm going to do it the way I like to do this. Hey, if you have music, feel free to submit. The game is free. Like, it's just a free game. So yeah, if you want to submit something, go for it. I'm going to add a notify. I think Paul hates me using his notifies. Last time I used one, he was like, don't do it. Stop attack. So let's get the frame we want to stop the attack on. I think at the very end, right? Yeah. Let's do it there. Are we able to get the project files? Oh, that's it. Remember, I was doing it for the jumping or something, Paul. And I think your method was probably better. It was for something, I could have done it a different way, but I just like to do things different ways. Are we able to get project files through Patreon? No, I got rid of that because I've got way too much on to make this something for Patreon. You can't distribute Unreal files. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but you can't actually distribute Unreal files through anything like the Google Drive publicly. So let me reiterate on this. If it's asset store stuff that is owned by Epic Games, you can't distribute it publicly because they are assets owned by Epic Games and they are only meant to be used with the Unreal Engine. If it is, say, your own project and they're all your own models and work. From what I've read, you can share it publicly and do something a bit more open source. But if it is specifically something from the marketplace, like even these assets here, even though they're free, I cannot just share this project with all of you. I could share it in private, acknowledging the fact that you're going to use Unreal Engine, but I couldn't just put it on the drive and give everyone a link. That's against the rules and regulations from what I've read. You know what? I just completely forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? I was doing this. Let's do that. What did I call it? Stop attack? Yes. Okay. Now, I have to think, because we need to... You're giving us quality content. I'm glad. I didn't... It's weird. I'm literally just streaming my desktop, working on something and talking. So it feels weird that that's quality, but I'm glad. I don't even have like a webcam or anything set up. So I need to tell this to stop attacking, which means I need a reference. Okay, I should be able to reference the AI and then tell it. Let's try that. You are good at talking. Oh, thank you. Now do I want to cast to the boss bear, or do I want an AI reference? Let's see. The reason I'm thinking we need the AI controller is because... Can we even get a behavior tree reference? We can run behavior tree. You know what? I completely forget. How to get a reference to the behavior tree. So I'm just going to Google it. I think. Let me think again. This is the behavior tree, and it's attached to a blackboard. And I want to give the blackboard a value. In this case here, can't you reset the state at the end of the attack? You have a delay there. Oh yeah, you're totally right. I can do that. I didn't even think of that. That's a great idea. So you're suggesting at the end of this, we can get a reference to enemy state, and we can just make it a blackboard. Yeah, I think this will heavily uncomplicate things. Set value as enum, literal enum enemy state to walk. This makes a lot of sense. Let's try it out. Did someone say save? I'm gonna do that. You just panicked me for a moment. Yep, that works. Thanks, Paul. That saved a lot of trouble. As I see multiple people having this, how often do you use this type here to search box? Which type here to search box are you referencing? Do you mean this one here? I'm not sure what you mean. Don't you love it when you make a stupid mistake and try to figure it out for 30 minutes and then realize it was an easy fix? Yes. Oh, this bar. I never use this bar. I wish you know what? I can probably get rid of it if I Google it, but I never have. It just kind of sits there and bothers me. That's why you brought it up. Okay. Well, you know what? My big goal for this week is to remove it before next week's live stream. So let me get rid of this because we don't need it. And let me also go back to the bear and get rid of this. So that's nice. Get rid of that. Okay. Are you guys ready for some screen shake? Let's do some screen shake. Do you have a time of day you plan on streaming? Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it between 9 to 10:30. Oh gosh, it is 11:12. We're just gonna add a screen shake and then I gotta head off because the reason I'm only trying to do like an hour to an hour and a half of live streaming is because I only have 50 gigs of mobile data. My home internet isn't good enough to stream. So if I don't, this sounds really stupid, guys. If I don't use my mobile data the right way, week to week, for these live streams, I'm gonna like not have enough data to get through the month to share this progress with all of you. So I'm trying to like manage my mobile data. But you know what? Let's get the screen shake in. We're having a good time. Let's do it. So I need to get the class, which is called screen shake. Camera shake. You know what? I always forget it's called camera shake. Good old MBN. No, I don't have the MBN. In the Outback. I'm in Sydney. We don't have MBN, unfortunately. But it's okay. I can't complain because life's good here and it's just internet, right? I'm lucky to have everything I have. Screen shake bear. Okay, so we're gonna set this. Now, I'm really bad at these values. I usually would Google the values. We're just gonna try something. So I'm just gonna put a 0.2 and give this a 5 and a 15 and we'll go from there. I don't even know if we want all these, but that's what we're doing. Here we go. You need to change internet. No, okay. So did I explain that correctly? I do have unlimited internet, but my upload speed is 400 kilobytes a second. When I use my mobile data, I have around, I think it's 8 megabytes upload. So my home internet is 400 kilobytes, which means I can't upload. And my mobile data is around 8 megabytes, which means I can upload. Does that make sense? Hopefully. I don't know if the screen shake is, the values are good. So we're just going to play around with it. Let's go back and I'm going to have some water. Hold on. You guys are still talking about the bar. I might leave this here just to annoy you. No, I'll probably get rid of it. That's mean. Screen shake. Hey Nitrogen, how's it going? I'm good. How are you? We're just gonna play it here. Play. It's called camera shake. I keep forgetting. And the Epic Center. We can just get a reference from here. Get location. For the love of redundancy. Oh, sorry, Noki. So my home internet plan has 400 kilobytes upload, and that's less than a megabyte, right? So on my mobile phone, I have a mobile data plan and I get 50 gigs per month and it has a higher upload speed. And because of the higher upload speed, I can actually do things like live streaming. Whereas on my home internet, I couldn't even live stream at say 144p because it's just really bad. Okay, now we're just gonna make this huge because you might get away from the bear. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully it works. Oh my god, you guys are still talking about the thing. Oh, that was delayed. What was that? Oh, guys, I messed up. Hold on. I got to do it before the delay. So I'm going to break this. Oops, let me just fix this up. I'm going to put that into there. And I'm going to break this. And I'm going to take that into there. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to fix this up because it looks like spaghetti. And we don't want that. Well, you might, but I don't. And we'll put this over here. Okay. Sydney has worse than Brisbane. Hey, I know some people in Sydney who have great upload speeds compared to me. Just depends where you are. Oh, it's playing at the start now. So this is a circumstance where you might want to actually use an anim notify because you can get the perfect timing. So let's do that. Let's go back to the bear. And I think someone actually just said that. Paul, yep. It's time. Because I got rid of that original notify, I have to make a new one, I believe. So let's call this shake the screen. And we're gonna make it so it will hit here. Noki pokey. I finally get it. I'm glad. I'm glad. So let's put it around here. And when it hits there, we're going to call shake the screen. The artist screen shake is one of my, yes, that is an amazing talk. Ground shake. That is a good, I like that name. Maybe you can use your search bar to search for that talk. Oh gosh. You guys are really on me about the search bar, aren't you? Let's get the owner. And let's just get the location of the owner. Ground shake. I like that name. We're just going to change that real quick because it sounds better. So if I had a sound effect, I'd put it here as well. And you know, I could put some cool particle effects. Where's the bear? There it is. Can I rename this? Oh, don't worry about it. Boom. Okay, check this out. That's pretty cool. Do we want more shake? How do you feel about that? Juicy? More shake. We should make your actual monitor just flip in real life. Like we'll put thrusters in the monitor and we'll make it take off. And then we'll get sued. Alright, that's good. Feels a bit too long. More shaking. Flip it so hard that it flies around the world. Okay, so I'm not great at adjusting these values, so let's have a look. That's the duration, that's the frequency. Let's mess around with this. Let's make it more. Let's make it 30. Requires a monitor with thrusters. Hey, we could sell the monitor with thrusters and sell a special edition of the game, physical edition, where you get the thruster monitor. So that's like genius marketing right there. Silly. Oh my gosh, we've nearly been live streaming for 2 hours. I need to stop this live stream soon, but I don't want to. It's very sad. Whoa. Is that too much now? What do you think? Should it be less? Or do you like this? It seems good. It's not going to happen every frame. So it's like a nice, like when you're not looking, you know that they're attacked, right? Like have a look at this. Boom. So when you're running away, you know the enemy's attacked. You can go and then start shooting at the enemy, which is very cool. All right. Now, I'm glad everyone's enjoying this. This is fun. I want to do one little thing because somebody just mentioned that we should make its feet. You should work on. I can't work on the animations. They're free. Also, they were animated by professionals. So, Sampan. They were animated by the professional team who made Infinity Blade. So you can take it up with them. Yeah, we can work on the ground shake a bit later. Nitrogen. I think it's really good for now, especially the time we've spent. Progressively smaller shakes would be nice. So, do you guys think we should Oh, you mean the transitions? Yeah, we can work on that later. Do you think we should have little camera shakes when the boss walks, or is that going to be too much camera shake? Or is there never enough camera shake? What do you guys think? Yeah, exactly, Mewbits. Never enough. More destruction. Oh, guys, for the next stream, we're gonna do destruction and all that stuff, which would be cool. I might put it in before the next stream, so we can just play around with it. And then we can actually adjust the values. So see these pillars here? Do you think we should make it destroy these kinds of pillars? I also need to give this thing some health and damage. Boom. That's cool. I like this a lot. How do you guys feel about what we achieved? I feel pretty happy. We got some, like, the basics down of what the boss can do. We've set up the animation. So we set up the behavior tree. So now we can expand upon the behavior tree. We can add all different types of behaviors, which is going to be nice. Let me just, for next time, let's see what we have. So we've got the walk. Okay. I think we've got to put this in. Wait, why isn't it playing it? Oh, because I didn't hit play. I want the bear to throw something. If it's only a month, the game is only going to focus on the basics. Well, if you think about it, like, this is more complicated than Skeleton Dash. And Blade Construct was even more complicated than, like, Blade Construct had a lot of enemy AI. So I feel like it's not too basic. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's not just cubes and capsules, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see. So yeah, we'll get some throwing stuff in. We'll make it so that the bear can get damaged. I'm gonna do some of this stuff not on the stream. So then next Tuesday, we have a lot of cool stuff to mess around with. But yeah, that's it for this stream in terms of, like, what we've developed, which is cool. How many games do you work on at a time? And how do you have the time for that? I have a very strict kind of schedule and calendar for my week to week. So I plan out what I'm doing week to week, and I have 3 or 4 major goals for the year, and I just try and achieve those things every day. So yeah, that's kind of how I manage that. I do sleep. I'm going to sleep very soon. Don't go. Sorry, Lazaro. I have to. Okay. It's been 1 hour and 50 minutes. Oh god, cover systems, squad logic. That is advanced. That is interesting. I don't think I'll ever really get into that stuff. Maybe for the, like, if we do an RTS, I might get into some interesting stuff like that, but yeah, no. For these game of months, the goal is just to have fun and make a game a month. And I've never really made a boss battle game like this, where you just fight a boss. Like, I have, but not to this extent. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. And RTS, are you mad? I am. Alright. Thank you all so much for coming along and checking this out. I'm going to make this public once it's been processed. So if you'd like to watch this in the future, you can check out the stream. Oh, thank you, Lumania. Do I have a stream schedule? Yes, so I'm trying to do Tuesday and Thursday, 9 till 10:30. I started this live stream at 9:30 and I'm ending it at 11:30. So, you know, schedules don't always work out with this stuff. But yeah, thanks, it's me again. Thanks, Benjamin. Sorry, Foodius, but I believe the live stream takes about an hour to process. So maybe sometime later you can check out the live stream and check out the chat if you want to watch it afterwards. Why birthdays? I have college. Sorry. I just chose Tuesday and Thursday because it's perfect for me. I will do the public live stream next time, for sure. Weekends, I'm very busy. So I can't do weekends, unfortunately. But I will always have the videos up for you to watch, Noki. Thanks, Ismat. Thanks for coming along. Thanks so much, everyone, for checking out the stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you in the next stream.